Full disclosure, before we start today's episode, I didn't watch the TV episodes that go along with this game. Maybe I should have, but this is purely just a review of the game itself. So, obviously, as you can see, we're playing Quantum Break, and I had never heard of this game. I didn't even know it existed, but it was on Game Pass, and it looked like nothing I've really played before, so I figured I'd give it a whirl. It's developed by Remedy Entertainment, same people that did Alan Wake. There's actually a couple Alan Wake references in this game. I've never played Alan Wake. I've heard it's really good, but I guess this is supposed to be like a sequel, or it was intended to be a sequel, something like that. But yeah, it came out in 2016. I believe it was a day one release with the Xbox that came out, and it got like a 9 out of 10 on Steam, 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb, 77 on Metacritic, 3 out of 5 on PC World, so pretty decent reviews. It's definitely like nothing I've ever played before. Basically, the premise of the game is you play as Jack, and you're trying to defeat your main villain, Paul Serene. Paul and your brother actually made a time machine, and that's what this whole game centers around. They basically break time, and you have to go back in time in the future. You can stop time. You can manipulate time in all sorts of really cool and interesting ways, and you basically try to fix what has already happened. It's a pretty trippy concept, and I felt kind of lost, I'm not going to lie. At some points, it just felt a little too sci-fi for me. I really enjoyed the game, though. I'm not going to knock it. The enemies were difficult-ish. I did play on the easiest setting just because I just wanted to play this game and get it finished before college football came out, and I did so. But even so, like, some of the boss-type enemies were still pretty difficult, and you do have to use the different types of time manipulation in order to correctly defeat those enemies. One thing I really liked about the game was the fact that it had like TV episodes that went with it. I thought that was super neat. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I didn't watch those just because I didn't have enough time, but that's something I do want to go back and check out. I don't think I've ever seen a video game integrate another form of media like TV before. If you can think of one, let me know in the comments, because I certainly can't think of one right off the top of my head. But it was cool. The story was fun. The characters were engaging. A little bit of platforming that was kind of obnoxious, but overall, the game looked great, played great. One thing I didn't like about the game was when you're in, I think it's called a time break or a time fissure, things happen like over and over. Like a car will continuously get wrecked, or a shelf will continuously fall over. There were definitely a couple parts when that was happening that I lost my mind because I forgot what time manipulation to use at the right time. It was definitely user error. But the game was surprisingly short, too. I felt like I finished the first act in about an hour, second act in about an hour, third act I think took less than an hour, and so did the fourth act. And I did kind of run through. I didn't go for 100% on collectibles or anything like that. But the collectibles in this game aren't like super hard to find. They're pretty much laid out like where you would explore. And I just didn't want to put a ton of time into this game, so I just didn't. But maybe that's something I'll do, in the future. There are 16 endings to this game. I'm not playing the game that many times to see them all. You make different choices throughout the game. Each choice that you make, there's an episode about, like a TV show episode, as well as there's like a little in-game cutscene as well that goes with it. But yeah, after all that rambling, the game's fine. It's nothing to write home about, but the concept of it was pretty cool. I will say I got bored of it after like the third act. I don't know what my deal was, but Act 5 was pretty good. I didn't like the end of Act 3 or really Act 4, but yeah, the game was fine. It was a fun thing to play. If you have Game Pass, I do recommend it. Seek it out, go play it. Shouldn't take you more than about 10 hours to get through it, and yeah, it's something totally different. I don't have a bunch of complaints about the game, which I guess is a positive, other than the fact that the story was a little convoluted and sometimes hard to follow, which I'm sure I did that to myself because, as I've stated, I didn't watch the episodes that go along with the game. But yeah, that's Quantum Break. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point, it's different, it's pretty cool. You get a taste of like sci-fi Star Wars, like almost like you're using the Force, because you can like stop time, you can create like a shield around you. Super cool. Yeah, the gameplay was fun. Some of the like walking mechanics felt a little wonky. It honestly, a lot of it felt like GTA to me. I'm not sure why that was. I don't know if it's like, you know, the way the characters walk or the way the guns work or any of that. But it did feel a lot like GTA for some reason. But yeah, overall, I really do recommend this game. Go check it out if you can. Not sure. I think this is going to be the last video on the channel for a little while. I'm still grinding College Football 25 pretty hard. But expect a college football game coming out not too terribly long from now. So hope you guys stick around. Thank you again for all the support on the Gears of War videos. You guys annihilated those videos. So thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. And leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you've played this game and what are your thoughts on Quantum Break. Peace.